Very good day, students. So in this particular lecture, we'll be discussing about measuring instruments. So previous lectures, we have discussed about a brief introduction to metrology. What is metrology? Need for metrology, various terms in metrology, then classification of metrology, and then we discussed about need for inspection. So those are the topics we have discussed. So inspection, the need for inspection is to ensure quality. So how quality can be ensured? By using proper measuring instruments. So this is an image of a coupling. So as you can see here, this is an industrial drawing. So there is a side view as well as the top view of the component. So there are various dimensions noted here. As you can see here, every one of these dimensions has to be measured in order to ensure that the component is of the needed quality. So every measurement noted here has to be measured to ensure that it fits perfectly in the assembly. So this coupling has to be assembled with other components. For example, this coupling will be housing a bearing, and the bearing in turn will be housing a shaft. So everything has to fit perfectly in order to ensure that the machine runs properly. So how it can be done is by measuring each and every component. So how we will measure that? That will be seeing in the subsequent lectures. So in today's lecture, we'll be discussing about what are the various measuring instruments available in order to measure these dimensions. So if you see here, the diameter has to be measured, length has to be measured, straightness has to be measured, parallelism has to be measured, perpendicularity has to be measured. So every measuring quantity needs a measuring instrument, specific measuring instrument. Length can be measured with the help of a micrometer, vernier caliper. Diameter can be measured with the help of a micrometer, or a vernier depth gauge, vernier internal micrometer, internal vernier caliper. Similarly, straightness can be measured with the help of a spirit level, as well as it can be measured with the help of a height vernier. So like these different quantities has to be measured. So classification of measuring instruments. How different quantities can be measured? So basically there will be four major measurements. One will be length measurement. Second is angular measurement, deviation checking, surface finish. So length we already know. It is measuring the distance between 2 points. Angle is measuring the angle of the component. If it is a tapered component, you will be measuring the angle of the component. Deviation. So deviation is measuring the straightness, parallelism, etc. And then surface finish. The smoothness of the surface can be measured using surface finish measuring instruments. So length measuring instruments are broadly classified into supporting device, length measuring instrument. Length measuring instruments can either be digital or manual components. So if you take a vernier caliper itself, there are digital verniers available as well as manual vernier calipers available. Then for angular measurement, you can use bevel protractor, simple protractor, normal protractor, bevel protractor, slip gauges, comparators, like that. For deviation checking, comparators are used. And for surface finish measurement, you can use surface roughness tester. So this is the broader classification of measuring instruments. So linear measuring instruments, angular measuring instruments, deviation checking instruments. Deviation checking instruments can be used for measuring the parallelism, perpendicularity, straightness, etc. And then the surface finish measuring instruments. So all these instruments together are combined to measure and ensure the quality of a coupling like this. So every component has to ensure. So as you can see here, there are some 10 to 20 odd dimensions which has to be checked for this particular component itself. So why we are going for this rigorous testing is to ensure that it fits perfectly in an assembly. So that's the ultimate aim of us. So how it can be ensured is by ensuring the quality. Quality can be ensured by inspection, and inspection can be guaranteed by measuring instruments. So that's the need for this metrology topic. So I hope you understood today's lecture. We'll see in yet another lecture video. Thank you.